All right. Shalom. Kahalayam La Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, which is the Paleo Hebrew for the one true name of the Heavenly Father being Yahweh, and that of the Messiah whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus being Yahweh Shai. Those are the only names given among men whereby you may be saved, and that is the name of Yahweh and the name of Yahweh Shai, man. All right. As it is written, there's no other name whereby you may be saved. Point blank, period. So as always, reverence, honor, and glory unto that name. Double honors unto the elders and the apostles at GMS Great Millstone, who do real well today through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and a sincere peace, love, blessing, salutations unto all those of you hopeful, faithful, potential members of the elect out there who are doing the best to make the calling of your election sure, man. All right, what you see, I have, a little conversation I had, or a little, thing I was, messing with on the chat earlier, right? Which we're discussing, or I was asking it about, diamonds and how they're made, how they're formed, right? Because a common saying is, pressure makes diamonds. So to, help us understand, we know in this walk, right, we're going to be under a lot of hell, man. We are going to be under a lot of pressure. The Most High is going to put us through it, man, right? Of course, there's many scriptures that we could get on this topic, right? It's spoken of quite frequently throughout the scriptures that, we would suffer on this earth. We would go through hell in order to achieve the goal, which is heaven, man. All right, but the only way out is through what? Through hell, man. All right, we got to get through it to get to it, so to speak. All right, and again, it's going to be easier said than done. All right, let me go ahead and jump to let's see, I want to start. We'll do Wisdom of Solomon, I suppose. It's Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3. And verse 4, it says, "For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality," right? So we're going to go through things. We're going to be punished, right? We're going to go through hell. We're going to be, as we had read earlier, right? We're going to be put under pressure, all right? as the topic in the chat, right? So we're going to be put under pressure, man. We're going to be put under hell, you see? But nonetheless, hey, we're doing it for a reason, you see? Nothing is achieved in this life easy. That's great, man. Right? You're gonna get in what you put in, man. All right. So, what we're putting in, right, is working at ourselves, building ourselves, so that in times to come, we may receive that prize, that immortality, man, that perfection. You see, it says, "For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet there is their hope full of immortality." So we know what's coming, man. So go ahead and have the laugh. We're going to take the hit on the chin, man. And sometimes it will get very difficult, right? Because, Jeremiah said, "Cursed be the man that brought my father good tidings upon my birth." Because Jeremiah went through hell, man. You see, but again, we're going to be made perfect, man. Scriptures talk about us being made into fine gold. You see, put into a furnace, proved, tried, and refined. Which, Lord willing, we'll grab that as well. All right? But going on, it says, "And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded, for God proved them and found them worthy for himself." So what we're going through is proving, man. We're being proved. The Heavenly Father is proving us. He's perfecting us. He's hardening us. He's sharpening us, man. That's what the Heavenly Father is doing. You see, and in other words, all right, as the metaphor of the diamonds and pressure, hey, we're being put under pressure, man. But again, what did it say? We shall be greatly rewarded, man. Verse 6, it says, "As gold in the furnace hath he tried them and received them as a burnt offering." So, hey, we're being made into a fine metal, right? Into gold, man. And gold has to be put in that furnace for all the dross to be melted off, you see. And that's an interesting thing about the diamond as well, right? As you see here, what it said was it's not just pressure, actually. It says it's pressure, heat, and time. You see? So down here near the bottom, that last paragraph, it says as a metaphor for people, the saying pressure makes diamonds is only partly true. Pressure can strengthen some people, but too much pressure can also break things. So it's trying to make its little point there. Too much pressure could be too much, right? Which it can, but what we're going to see here is the Heavenly Father, hey, he put together the pressure that's going to hit us, the proving that's going to hit us. You know, maybe you're going to go through something with your woman. The Most High had that planned out, man. Maybe you're going to go through something with your kids. Maybe you're going to go through something with financially. Maybe you're going to go through something with work. Maybe you're going to go through, maybe your car's going to do something. Hey, the Heavenly Father has put together the conditions and the deliverances that'll take place, man. All right, and again, you see what'll it take? Going on, it says, let me finish up this, reading this part. It says, on the bottom in the bold, it says, a better saying might be that the right amount of pressure, which I thought this actually went pretty good, man. It says, the right amount of pressure combined with growth and time can produce something valuable, right? The right amount of pressure, the right amount of hell, right? Because it might be too much for you. It might be too less for the other cat, right? But the right amount for you, combined with what growth, meaning what? Meaning you're learning from it, man. You're learning from these things that we're going through. You're gathering faith as a treasure as we go through it. You see? Then what? It can produce something valuable, man. Which, in this metaphor, all right, in the scriptures, it's talking about gold. There, it's talking about diamonds, man. Scriptures talk about us being better than fine rubies, right? So, hey, at the end of the day, man, we're being made into something valuable. Even though we're catching this hell and going through it, hey, again, we got to go through it to get to it, man. Let's see, where were we? Verse 7, it says, and in the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among stubble. Right, so in the time of their visitation, hey, they're gonna be made perfect. Lord willing, I'd be part of that number, man. Because at the end of the day, it's all about longevity. It's all about long suffering, man. Any of us could fizzle out at any moment. Any of us could fold the hands, man. The hell could be too much or too little. You see, at the end of the day, man, the Heavenly Father has perfectly mapped out everything in his hand to work out according to his will, which according to his will, there will be an elect. There will be an elect of Israel. And they will go through these things, and they will learn from them, and they will be made perfect. And as we just read, they shall shine. And the time of their visitation being what? When the Lord comes to visit this earth. That's when you're going to see that. Verse 8, it says, all this hard work going to be, you're going to see the outcome of it, so to speak. Verse 8, it says, they shall judge the nations and shall have dominion over the people, and their Lord shall reign forever. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth. Right? So you got to put trust in the Most High. Believe. Have that faith, man. Like Abraham. Abraham was ready to ice his own son for the Most High. Didn't question it, man. All right, so you stand 10 toes down. You don't understand, man. It says, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. Right, being faithful in love, meaning you're gonna be faithful. You're gonna be right. You're gonna be trying to move perfectly, man. It says, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him, for grace and mercy is to his saints and hath care for his elect. So look at that, man. All this is being done for the grace and mercy and care that he has for his elect, man. So it may seem like you're going through particular things, right? But all this being done, even the ungodly, as we see in verse 10, but the ungodly shall be punished, right? So, hey, even the hell that they put on us, man, right? It's all being done for the elect's sake, man. Wrap your mind around that. It's very humbling, man. All this being done for your perfection. Lord willing, you endure and be made perfect. Lord willing, you don't jump out the furnace and end up with all kind of dross still up on you. And then nobody's gonna want you, man. Then you're unvaluable. All right, but anyway, we'll go ahead and hit this Ecclesiasticus, I believe, I want to say chapter 8, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, Salakia, here it is. Ecclesiasticus chapter 6. Ecclesiasticus chapter 6 and verse 18. This is, my son, gather instruction from thy youth up, so shalt thou find wisdom in thine old age. Come unto her as one that ploweth and soweth, meaning what? To work hard, to grind, right? It says, and wait for her good fruits. So, hey, just like I mentioned earlier, man, all good things in life take time, right? You have to go through things and make sacrifices in order to achieve them, man. You know, a garden being one of them. Right, all that hard work, right? Finally, when you see the plants, man, it feels rewarding, you see? Well, the Heavenly Father planted us, man. You see, watering us, right? So, hey, at the end of the day, it's going to be, you know, as I was mentioning, it's going to be, we got to be patient, man. We got to be patient to become that glorious garden, man. That cosmos. Referring to John 3:16, right? That harmonious arrangement, right? Everything being fit together within this garden, so to speak, right? But anyway, verse 19, it says, "Come unto her that ploweth and soweth, and wait for her good fruits." So you're gonna get fruit. You're gonna take out what you put in this thing. "For thou shalt not toil much in laboring about her, but thou shalt eat of her fruits right soon." So, you know, we're gonna eventually eat of those fruits if we endure, if we continue to water the garden, if we continue to pull the weeds, right? All that. Verse 20, it says, "She is very unpleasant to the unlearned. He that is without understanding will not remain with her." So he without understanding won't remain with her, man. He's not going to be able to be patient. As soon as the hell comes, like just like the parable of the sower, man. Hey, he's gonna get choked out by and die, man. Verse 21, it says, "She will lie upon him as a mighty stone of trial, and he will cast her from him ere it be long." So, hey, so he's gonna throw her off him, man. He's not gonna be able to go through the trial. He's not gonna be able to go through the furnace, right, or go through the pressure. So he's not going to be able to be made something great. He's not going to be a diamond, man. He's going to be smoked up here in Babylon and die here. Right? What do you say? I'm going to melt you? That's what he's going to do, man. Anyway, going on, it says, verse 22, "For wisdom is according to her name, and she is not manifest unto many." So not everybody has wisdom, man. At least the wisdom of the truth. There's only a small number of people who do. The scriptures refer to it as a drop compared to a wave. Verse 23, it says, "Give ear, my son, receive my advice." And the reason why is because it's not something easily gained. And not only that, but the Lord has to give it to you, man, really. It says, "Give ear, my son, receive my advice, and refuse not my counsel. And put thy feet into her fetters, and thy neck into her chain." Hey, so what do you say? Well, hey, fetters is like the big iron yoke, if you will, that'd be around you. But around your feet. Right. So what are you doing? Being chained up like a prisoner, man, like a slave, right? To what? To wisdom. Verse 25, it says, "Bow down thy shoulder and bear her." Bear it, man. Take on the burden. With great what do they say in Spider-Man? With great power comes great responsibility. Hey, well, here you are, man. This is it to a T. "Come unto her with thy whole heart, and keep her ways with all thy power. Search and seek, and she shall be made known unto thee. And when thou hast got hold of her, let her not go. For at last thou shalt find her rest." So eventually you gonna rest, man. Eventually you gonna get to it. After going through it, it says, And that shall be turned to thy joy. So hey, hey, we're gonna receive the joy. We're gonna receive the outcome, the fruits of our labor, man. Be able to bite into that sweet fruit that you took so much time and effort into growing. Verse 29, it says, "Then shall her fetters be a strong defense for thee, and her chains a robe of glory." You see that? So now these fetters, right? The hell that we go through is going to be made what? It's going to be made a glory unto you, man. And could you imagine? Could you imagine all the things that all these prophets went through, man? Like the book of Hebrews says, did not receive their reward, but now we're approaching the time of that reward. Now we're approaching the time for all those who stood fast in their faith, man, to receive that reward. You're going to see true glory, man. Verse 29, it says, verse 20, verse 29, or yes, like verse 30, it says, "For there is a golden ornament upon her, and her bands are a purple lace." Oh, I did, yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it on that, man. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there. Lord willing, this is edifying. All right. Yeah, at the end of the day, man, we just gotta be patient, man. Even though you're catching hell, even though you're going through particular things, hey, it's being done for your perfection, not for your destruction, man. And you don't see the world going through the things that we go through, but they still catch hell too. But at the end of the day, man, we're being perfected through it. See, in a sense, we could say that we're all feeling the pressure, 2/3 as well. But the elect are going to have that growth and time combination with it, man. We're gonna learn from these things. We're gonna grow from them, man. And we're going to stand firm and patient. Lord willing, we endure. Lord willing, I endure. And Lord willing, this is edifying, man, for those who need it. Call Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. Double honors to the elders and the apostles at GMS Grand Millstone, and sincere peace, love, blessings, salutations, and to all those of you hopeful, faithful, potential members of the elect, doing the best to make the calling of your election sure. Shalom. Wa abad babal.